never
Right.
think it would do that, but
I never thought it would hit that high again. I never thought it would hit that high.
yeah, well, I would have been like, sell, sell, sell.
Yeah, I would have. Oh,
I have stock in Moderna and a Pfizer, so I'll just
Okay.
let that ride for a little bit. It already
Yeah.
went up like 100%, so I'm doing pretty good.
yeah.
I have one here. Will W. says, I had a customer say in front of his very churchy wife, if the queen ant lays all the eggs, is it just a big gangbang in there? How's this work? Yeah, I don't even want to think about that.
That just made me think of a story of bed bugs where I was doing a bed bug inspection. I was kind of talking to them, and she's like, "Oh, I've been, having nightmares about bed bugs and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've had those before. You work in this industry. You occasionally get freaked out. I think any pest control guy you ask, that's probably the thing that would freak you out the most is bringing bed bug home. You don't want to do that. They're terrible."
Right.
But she was talking about I had a nightmare the other night that I had rats and they laid eggs on my feet and crawled up my skin or something like that. And I'm like, rats don't lay fucking eggs, you dumbass. But I couldn't say that because I like being employed.
Are you going to spray for mice?
Are you gonna spray for mice? Yeah. The last guy did. Okay.
Yeah, let me know he sprayed because that's a new one for me.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, do you see that Brad chimed in on that on our thread?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. And what do you have to say?
Bleach down a drain will get rid of gnats.
Of course it will. It's that special bleach that sticks to greasy residue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what I do like. Liquid Plumber's Foaming Pipe Snake. That's
what I usually tell people is something like that that's kind of foam up in there. But I'll have people, no, I'm going to pour bleach down there. I'm like, okay.
Well, you go ahead. Yeah. Josh T. says, diatomaceous earth is a cure-all, and using our services is a waste of money. Okay, you go ahead and use little tiny skeletons of diatoms and tell me how that solves all your problems.
Yeah.
That's the hippie stuff. Or, what was it? A 6-year-old, Seth H. I had a 6-year-old tell me that fire ants can set your house on fire.
You know what? That would be a good way just to tell people, oh, God, I guess I should get your fire ant services. Sign me up, please.
Right.
I think that's one we should spread.
The larger the colony gets, the more heat they generate. If you get a real big colony inside the walls, they can set your house on fire. That's why they're called fire ants.
Yeah, because the friction of them going back and forth in their lines and everything like that.
Oh, yeah.
And the gangbang with the queen ant
Well,
creates a lot of heat.
That's a lot of friction, yeah.
A lot of friction.
Well, this next one reminds me of something that happened with one of my technicians when I was with the second largest school system in the country for pest control. Thomas R. says the yellow tab on the mousetrap has a pheromone on it to attract mice, which is the reason why he didn't bait his mousetraps. Well, I had this guy, let's call him M. I'm sure he's not listening or even knows about the podcast, which is fine, but let's call him M. M thought that little yellow piece on the expanded trigger Victor snap traps was supposed to mimic cheese. So he wouldn't bait them, he'd just set them out and wonder why they wouldn't work. But this is also the same guy that, because mice, when they run around and do their business, they leave a little bit of number one and number two, and, they can follow their trail back. It's like leaving a trail of cookie crumbs, except it's ass crumbs. But he was telling people that if you get those little Glade plug-ins, that Glade plug-ins will keep the mice away. But that kind of segues into something else that we got here, and something I feel is interesting. And this is a long story, but it also has a YouTube video that I saw. Now, I'll tell the YouTube video I saw was a guy that had this test box that had one hole to get in and out of, and had 3 different types of bait or food stuff like sunflower seeds and stuff in this box. And he would set this little like night camera, night light, night vision camera above it. It had like a plexiglass lid on it in a dark area. And these mice were going in there and eating all the stuff out of it, and did that for a week. Mm-hmm. Now, then what he did is he took the lid off and he put these little natural mint oil, like not really a diffuser, but like a little wicking mint oil thing in it. And then closed it up and let it sit for a week and recorded it every night. The mice would get to the opening and turn around and leave. Mm. And I've always believed, it's always worked for me, is like if I have a house that has like really little kids or pets or whatever, and they've got mice issues, I'll put bait in inaccessible areas, but they're like, well, the mice are getting into our silverware drawer or our junk drawer. And I've seen that before. And I'll tell them, get a thing of cotton balls, get a Ziploc gallon freezer bag, fill the bag full of cotton balls, and pour peppermint extract in that bag and mush them all around until the cotton balls get mint on them. And you put one in the back of your drawer that you've been seeing mice droppings in. And once you sanitize the drawer and you put this thing in there, you generally don't see mice droppings in there anymore. And that kind of proves the rule with mint and mice. But Tom D. goes, I once had a call at an apartment complex for ants. I got to the unit and was immediately assaulted by the smell of mint. The people who lived there had Googled big black bugs, in quotes, and found a treatment that was to mix baby powder and toothpaste and spread it on the baseboards. Now, I'm going to stop there for a second. Baby powder and toothpaste. Who the fuck?
Clean them bugs up.
Oh, yeah, minty fresh breath. The people must have used 10 full tubes of toothpaste and had it spread on every baseboard in the 3-bedroom unit. Surprise, surprise, I found a couple pavement ants near the patio door, and after scraping off the toothpaste, concoction, I baited, and they took right to it. My kids still think that's the funniest story I've ever told. I'd remember that one if I had to go take a spackle knife to get all this toothpaste off your baseboards.
I know what it is.
What?
You said it was baby powder?
Uh-huh.
It's Johnson & Johnson, the talcum powder.
Yeah?
It's going to give them cancer. They're going to slowly die from it, and it's going to kill ants.
Oh, yeah. And you need the toothpaste as a carrier to adhere it to the baseboards.
Yeah. And I think also the fluorine in the toothpaste will also kill them, too.
Yeah. I can see that. That damn fluoride stuff gives you Alzheimer's. So if it doesn't kill them, at least you'll have ants that don't remember where they got food at because they have Alzheimer's.
Don't know how to get back home.
Right. Or they don't know how to get back to your house. So yeah, if you get Alzheimer's ants that are dying of cancer, I think you could really take a hold of your problem.
I think you're right.
A fellow tech told customers that Onslaught was organic. That's by Tony T.
Yeah, no.
Now, I used to have to do services at a major retail store with a big red circle and a dog with the big red circle on his eye. Mm-hmm. And Target, should I say. Target.
Spugsma... Oh, crap, what's the name of that dog?
You're thinking the Budweiser dog. That's Spuds McKenzie.
That's why I was saying it, because it's the wrong dog.
Spuds McKenzie?
Yes, Spuds McKenzie. Yeah.
But they had organic stores. And when you'd go there, you could use certain things. And if you had to use something else, you had to just write it down and justify why you used it. But people are like, oh, it's organic. That means it's safe for my dogs and my kids. No, it's engineered to kill something just like the other stuff is. It just costs you more. So, as I said, I'll tell you what. You drink a cup of the organic stuff, and then drink a cup of and have your friend over there drink a cup of the other stuff. Let's see who dies first.
Yeah.
Organic? No, it still kills stuff. So you can tell me the organic stuff all you want, but no. The only thing that you could actually roll around in is that natural stuff that you put in your backpack foggers for mosquitoes that smells like a hippie commune.
I'm trying to think of what you're talking about.
Is it Accentria IC3?
I haven't used it before.
Man, I mean, the first couple days you feel like you've cleared your chakras by the way your back of your truck smells, but after a while you get really tired of it. And I mean, it works great for, well, not great. It works good enough for mosquitoes and ticks and stuff, but you just give me the regular stuff. I had customers halfway through last summer going, things were great until you put that smelly stuff out, and then I'm still seeing mosquitoes. I'm like, well, I can always go back to the old stuff. But, yeah, that's that natural. But it is all natural. I mean, it's actually, it's FIFRA exempt, all natural, like oils and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think you'd probably put it in one of your little diffusers and, and clear your chakras or something.
Yeah. That's all one on here. Tony N. We had a babysitter, which we always love those, as people fall around pointers, who always wanted to go no chemical approach to everything. I wanted to pick up my bottle one day, and she said, "Don't laugh at me," and instantly started laughing. She said, "I have ants in the kitchen, and I tried a couple things to get rid of them. I read they won't cross a chalk line, so I made a line, and they crossed it. Of course, I said, you cross the line, you die. Okay, you cross the line, you die, etc." This one's weird. She laughed and goes, "So then I tried to make a cap of sugar water and put it on the patio, thinking they would just go there and not come in. Did that work? No. Great, now I have thousands of ants everywhere." No lie, they were coming everywhere at that point. I said, "You had a cocaine party in Miami for these guys. Of course they're going to tell their friends."
That's true. That's true. Here's one that was kind of baffling to me. It's not really a myth, but Clint M. said, "How about this? There was a service manager that told a 7A technician to toss rodent packs for bat control." No. I mean, agreed, they're flying rodents, but they eat mosquitoes.
They are technically rodents.
Yes, they are.
Well, if you throw them, they'll think it's a mosquito.
That's a big fucking mosquito. Talon G bait packs, toss packs. I mean, when I was little, I used to take a badminton racket. We'd throw rocks up in the air when the sun was going down, and the bats would follow it down to the ground, and we'd try to smack them with the badminton racket.
Oh, my God.
We got a couple of them. I mean, you can really launch them dudes if you hit them just right.
That's worse than people hitting carpenter bees with the damn, like, little poles and stuff like that.
Oh, but, I was a kid. I didn't know any better. But,
no.
But, yeah, no, they're not going to go after bait packs. I do like some Talon G bait packs in inaccessible crawl spaces, though.
Yeah.
Man, I had a high school in Northern Virginia that had 2 additions, one built on either side, and they had this massive crawl space. And there was this closet door in the hallway that dropped down like it used to be an elevator shaft or something. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of, there was like a man portal. I can't say man. Is that gender non-specific manhole? Should I say like a body entry point? Maybe. Okay? It's a body entry point, and I'd chuck Talon G toss packs in there all the time. I'd come back the next week, all gone. But man, that place used to have massive mouse problems until I dumped almost an entire bucket of Talon G toss packs down there, and then they stopped having mouse problems.
They just had a bad smell issue, something dead in the walls.
Oh no, but remember they go out for water.
Oh yeah, they did go out for water. I forgot about that.
So it's all good. It's completely all good. They all go out for water. Oh, but yeah, I mean, there's other myths, but not a myth, but it's what they used to do. Like my grandmother used to get boric acid powder and put it like across the threshold of her door to the outside hallway at the apartment complex she was in. Mm-hmm. And like under the sink, and the stuff was all over the place. And I always wondered what the hell she was doing. But I mean, boric acid powder works. It really does. But I never really understood why you put like a King Kong line size of Coke across your door jamb.
No, I had one of my fellow techs in my company who was telling me this apartment complex had German roaches.
Right.
And he walks into it walks into the apartment, and sees like 3-inch